What is that journey like moving from Calcutta to Bangalore at the age of 21 in a place that you don't know anyone, and you're essentially just coming, you're young and you've come to a new place. What is that experience like setting up a business here?
So two thoughts crossed my mind. One, the challenging side, and one, the opportunity side. The challenging side was that everything was against me. My age, to begin with, at 21, no one took me seriously, which is very obvious and understandable. The location, the language, the entry barriers, all those things challenged me. The opportunity was too big in front of me that I was able to grow on my own. I did not have the frills and the supports that I was carrying in Calcutta as a family business, because we hail from a blessed family house where businesses were going on so smoothly and everything was so hunky dory. We just figured out that, that was not my personal calling. And that's where my dad encouraged me. And, today my father is my mentor and he is the reason I am where I am. And I give him and my God all the credit for whatever they have got me into. Had it not been for my father's motivation, encouragement, and his belief in me, I wouldn't be sitting where I am, because the journey that began wasn't easy. We lost tons and tons of money because we started floriculture, greenfield industry. We had zero idea that where we are heading, and we made so many mistakes and blunders, if I may say, and we lost a lot of money. But at no point did my father, in fact, there was a time where I said, listen, I want to wrap up and go back. And my father gave one statement that turned my life around. He said, listen, there are people who go to do MBA and it costs almost 1 crore of rupees. And and we were making a lot of losses. He said, this is your learning cost. And don't worry, it will pay us back many folds. And here I'm thinking that, I'm blowing up or I'm losing my dad's hard earned money. And on the other side, here is my father who is not even blinking an eyelid on the money that is getting lost. In fact, he's encouraging me to carry on without knowing what the future is in sight. Let me tell you that we had no background knowledge, or the industry was not known to this country. So there's no precedence whether we'll succeed also or not. And in spite of that, he has encouraged me. That's called unconditional support, right? So that got me to where we are today.
Can you share a bit about about the lessons that you've learned in that business?
In floriculture.
No, not just in floriculture, about, when you started and you mentioned that you made a lot of mistakes. What are some lessons that you've learned from that entire experience, or your MBA perhaps?
Yeah, that let's say on ground area, that's very rightly put. The lessons that I think, that take backs which I can recollect very strongly: A, better to make mistakes rather than procrastinate, was one strong takeaway that I felt. Treat your business or your office as your temple. Treat your people with love and care. Though I am quite a strong taskmaster, I lose my control quite easily, though I mellowed down now with my daughters joining in. I'm a stickler for perfection, because what floriculture taught us is time is money, because we were handling perishables. There was no tomorrow. So I have a strong conviction and a strong day-to-day belief that what work we can finish today should be finished today, not to be left for tomorrow. Because that's how, from the age of 21, for the 15 years of floriculture that I did, every day we were sitting on a time bomb. We had to get our work done that day, that moment. If you didn't fertilize on time, so everything was clockwork. And then only you had if your product didn't come during, let's say, Valentine season which was a peak, and if the flowers didn't come in the scheduled time, and it came just a week later, apart from climate, which was the unknown factor, always the risk factor. But assuming, factoring all that, if your flowers came a little late, what would be worth, say, 50 bucks a stem would not sell for 50 paisa a stem. That was the level of time bound. So those were certain things that the nature of the business, as much as that time I would crib, detest that why did I get into this and blah, blah, blah. Today, when I reflect, the kind of things that business taught me, no university on earth can teach you. What a perishable greenfield industry on ground can teach you.